pay attention.
It starts here.
Now that we're all prepared, let's start the show.
The conversation is about to get louder. You're listening to Miggs and Swig. John Miggs, Ben Swig, and JoJo. From music to marriage, from politics to parenting, from dating to deep thoughts and sports. Get ready for Miggs and Swig. Life out loud.
Let's get the show on the road.
All right, well, hello, all the way from, I'm forgetting where I am right now, from Los Angeles, California, and then JoJo is holding down the fort back at home base in Tampa, Florida, and we are looking at each other on Skype, and her boobs look tremendous right now. Tremendous. Jamie, before we get anything else started, do they look as good in person as they do here on the Skype?
It.
Well, first off, I want to commend you on starting what is the most important part of the show, which is JoJo's Rack, and they are spectacular in person.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
They really are.
That's beautiful. Actually, we have some special people here today. It's going to be quite a day. The only thing we're missing is AWOL Ben Swig.
Yes, he's frolicking about the West Coast in Cletus.
But I have not heard from him. Have you heard from him?
No, but I did see that he and Nadia went dune biking or off-roading or something. I don't know. It looked like a lot of fun.
But he's safe, you think? We're believing he's safe.
Well, no news is good news, right?
Yeah.
In most cases, I say yes, but Ben is always so attached to his phone and the internet, and you think
and this show. He just loves this show so much.
So we haven't heard from him all week, so something may have happened.
Well,
something may have happened.
We'll try to reach out to him.
I think that maybe last week when you were insulting him, JoJo, because when he wasn't there, that maybe he heard that.
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't me insulting him. It was you not having text etiquette with him.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And upsetting him is what it was.
We need to bring that back to some other people because...
I feel like I sound like more of a man than you. I don't know why, though.
Were you saying I'm not manly? Or
no, I'm
saying
I sound super...
Very raspy.
Yes, I don't know why.
Well, what happened in your night? Let's start right
Nothing.
there. Let's get right to it.
Nothing. I actually stopped by here to chat with Mo and Ian on the BDRS last night for a little bit.
And how'd that go?
I think it went well.
Did they ask you to come back? I mean, I'm asking, give me something to work with.
I didn't know what you were looking for. Yes, they're trying to take me away from Miggs and Swig, but I told them that this is kind of where my heart is right now, so...
Oh, well, you've made mistakes in your life before, and it sounds like you're making another one. Good for you.
No, it was good, though. It was good to see them. It was good to be here for a minute and be back and make sure Jamie knows what he's doing running the ship over here while we're gone. So.
Wait a minute. We got to get back to your career. So on Friday night, were you on the whole show?
Was last night Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, today's Saturday. No. I was just here for a little bit of it.
What is that? I don't know what any of this means. Why?
I don't know what that means. I had asked Mo if he wanted to stop by today and come in early before his show, and he said no, he's actually going to be on from 3 to 6 because Drew and Mike are going to be out at Volcano Bay broadcasting live from there from 12 to 3. So he wasn't going to be in studio right after our show. And he said, but how about you stop by the BDRS tonight at 7 and hang out with us for a bit? So I did.
All right.
Yes.
And then was it on air that they said they wanted to swipe you away? Or
no, I'm only kidding.
This was
they don't want me.
An off-air conversation.
You're stuck with me.
Are you sure?
I hope that's okay with you.
I mean, I offered them $30.
Oh, maybe if you go, maybe 50, and that'll be a done deal.
All right. So sincerely, you went. What are you doing? You're home for a couple of days, and then you're back.
Yes, I'm home. Tomorrow we'll be out at Ferg's Live, which is across from Amalie Arena, because the DeBartolo Family Foundation is hosting, I think it's our 7th annual back-to-school supply giveaway for teachers in the Tampa Bay area.
Really?
And this year is our biggest yet, so we kind of changed it up. Normally, we kind of package the things and teachers come to the office and pick up their goodies.
But you figured plow them with drinks this year.
Well, let them have a good time, but we have over 1,100 teachers.
Jeez.
So we wanted
That's
to
good
kind
work.
of, yeah. I mean, Melissa really went all out, and it's been a lot of fun. We just have so much stuff. There wasn't enough space, and we want to kind of give them a day to just hang out. We have some games and fun prizes, which are really just school supplies and goodies for them to take.
Is it stuff like, beat the young child thing? Like, do you do things to let them get their aggression out? Like, do you have
like the ruler smacking of the hands.
Oh, that's great. See who winces first.
Yes. So just a lot of fun things like that I think will be nice for them. But it's spread out. So it'll be from 11 to 4. We'll be out there. Fingers crossed it doesn't rain too much or at all.
It's supposed to rain.
I don't know. I feel like it's always.
Now?
You know what? It's hot and humid, but I don't mind it for a minute. I get to come back to sunny Los Angeles on Monday morning, so.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, I've got to get out of this town.
Why?
It's killing me.
You've become quite the party animal out there.
I mean, I know how to get myself out, you know?
Fun Donnie Hank comes out.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. Last night,
yes.
I went to 2 places.
Last night?
Which is pretty.
You like club hopped last night?
I hopped. I wouldn't say club when it's the Polo Lounge and then Craig's.
Oh, okay. You restaurant hopped.
I went to 2 places
at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
That's an untruth. It was 6:30.
6:30.
7 o'clock actually.
Okay.
I was supposed to be. Yeah, we left at 6:30 to be there at 7. Already felt like I was making mistakes. And then is it a problem if I'm drinking 2 tequilas though? No, right? That doesn't make me like have a problem if I just put down 2 tequilas.
Like nobody's business?
No.
I think I commend you.
No, it's not a problem as long as you have 2 hands. When you try to balance the third, that's when you get into trouble because it's a balance problem.
See, you guys know that I sincerely want to make sure like there's no. I worried. I sincerely woke up worrying like, you know, I've had drinks like probably 6 out of 7 nights.
Miggs, I have had a drink every night since before Montana.
No, you might have a problem.
That's what I was telling Mo and Ian last night. I said, because Mo was like, there's something about you. I'm like, what? Is it bloat from all the alcohol that I've drank for like the past there's not been one day that I haven't had a drink.
Right. That's a problem.
I know. I'm
Honestly,
okay with it right now.
But as long as you don't wake up craving doing it. But
No.
the thing I'm afraid of, the thing I was going to ask Ben, not to get all serious, is do you all of a sudden one day, is it from that like, oh, you know, it's just been a month because we're out in LA, to where is it noon yet? Like, when does that happen? That scares me.
Well, I can't. I don't know. I would think that it would be when you're drinking something away, when you're trying to drink your mind off of something, or like I just like to have a drink to be social and have a good time. I don't get wasted. I'm not blacking out every night. I'll have a glass of wine or a couple beers or whatever it is, but it's not anything like to the extreme.
All right, so I'm not
Rock a mic like a vandal, you know?
All right, I'm not going to worry. What'd you just You just went all, you went, okay.
She went vanilla ice on us.
sure did.
She did. She went vanilla ice. Okay, so is there anything going on here today? I got to be honest with you. I woke up around 6:18.
That's okay. You're on time.
And my
Well, that's
wife
your
was-
time, which would be 9:18 here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right. My wife was like, it's 6:18. So I haven't brushed my teeth yet. To be honest with you.
That's okay.
And we have an exciting thing. So today we have Justin Copolino is in the studio. He's actually on his way. He lived in LA, which is where I had met him. He moved to Florida for a short period of time. He and his wife and their newborn baby, and I think he couldn't wait to get out of Dodge. I think it's too hot for a guy like him. So he's here in the studio with us. So hello, Justin. How are you? He's like,
hey, how you doing?
Oh, whoa.
Hi, Justin.
Wake up.
So Justin, we're not talking to you yet. You just happen to be here, and it was
He can
awkward.
chime in.
He was looking right over at me.
I need
Joe.
somebody to keep you in line while I'm not there.
No, you're not going to get it from this guy.
Oh.
So we're going to have him on the show today. Talk about. He also was on Tattoos After Dark for more than a minute, and now he's like the go-to guy for tattoos. And I know that we're going to be talking. We want to talk with JoJo about tattoos. It might be an intervention. Might just be a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure yet.
Okay.
So we're going to get into that at some point during the day. And do we have people from Moffitt coming in?
We do. I believe next hour they are hosting an event next Saturday. It is their 12th annual Martinis for Moffitt, which will be held at the Strauss Center here. And we're going to talk to them, find out more about the event and how it helps benefit cancer research for the Moffitt Center.
And more importantly, what time did you wake up as we were having my discussion? Did you just wake up and get yourself over
Does
there?
it sound like I did?
Well, you sound like you've been smoking about 13 packs of cigarettes in the last 20
That is an
minutes.
untruth.
No? You have like 9 of them in your mouth now.
No, I don't. I think I've been nonstop for weeks now. We were in Montana for the 4th of July and going nonstop. And then friends of ours were in LA with us for a week, going nonstop. I've been home and busy and going nonstop. So I'm sure I'll die at some point when I do stop. So I just feel like I need to keep going right now.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No, that's right.
Isn't that the Puff Daddy documentary? We do have Game of Thrones coming up too.
Yes.
I hear Nikolai is going to be on the show. Is that true, or was that just a rumor?
I cannot disclose that information just yet.
Right. How about the short guy?
I cannot disclose that information just yet.
Peter Dungelage.
Dinklage.
Jamie, what?
Dinklage.
Oh, it is. Jamie, are you super excited about this weekend?
I am. In fact, I've been power watching the last season just to catch up on the because there's so much going on in that show. I had to do that, so I was lined up everywhere to understand what's coming, because apparently it's going to be a really fast season is what they're saying. It's going to be a shorter season, but apparently each episode, instead of being like 50 minutes, 55, is going to be up to like an hour, 20, hour and a half even.
Oh, God. They're like little mini movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Jamie, can you give me sort of the dummies version of the entire where we're at? Not the second, but maybe like, can you, if we just said here's 3 minutes, could you be like,
yes, because a lot at the end, the last episode of last season, Cersei killed a whole lot of people, so that wiped out a bunch of people.
I love when that happens.
It does. I mean, she literally blew up half the city.
Okay, good.
So you've got Daenerys is finally coming across. She's heading west, so she's coming home. You've got Jon Snow has his army, and Cersei's caught in the middle. It's going to be epic and exciting.
Sounds it.
Wait a minute.
On the edge of my seat over here.
Isn't this, and by the way, if you have not seen last season of the show, then you probably want to turn off your radio right now. Is this, are we just now with the kid dead? Did he just jump?
Which kid? Because you're talking about, there's several.
The son, didn't he jump out of the window?
The king, the new king? Yes. Yeah, he jumped.
That's all right now, right? I mean, that's where we're at.
He's dead. So Cersei actually took the throne. She now sits on the Iron Throne. She's officially Queen Cersei.
And
Queen Cersei. Do they speak with accents on this show?
Oh, yeah. A lot of them are British, or they fake a British. Like Peter Dinklage is actually an American, but he speaks with a British accent for the show.
Is he very good at it?
Yes, he is. Because I didn't
I
realize
think I could be very
American.
good at it.
You could. I'll tell you this. They did the premiere here at Disney, and Nikolai was here in town, and Nikolai plays Jaime Lannister, and my wife, she knows what hotel he goes to. There was a hot minute there. She was going to leave the kids and myself and just go hang out in the lobby to see if she could see this guy.
Oh,
She was stalking him.
I would have.
wanted
I would have
to.
gone with her. I don't even watch the show, but I would have gone with her.
You really don't watch it.
No, and now I feel like it's just to the point where I need to wait until it's the same thing with Veep. There's something else that I feel like now I just need to wait until they're done and just binge watch
And then get in.
all of it.
All right. Well, I tell you what. I think it's.
But that starts again Sunday. Game of
Sunday.
Thrones.
Starts tomorrow, yes. Premieres
Oh,
tomorrow
Jamie.
night.
So what's your move? What's your move tomorrow night? You're going to watch it, obviously, but tell me what does that look like in your house?
I'm afraid.
I actually don't watch it when it comes live because I'm usually working at my other job. So what I have to do is like go completely dark, because if you're anywhere online, if you're looking at Twitter or anything,
Yes.
it gets spoiled immediately. So when I do get around to it, which sometimes not till Monday, I'm just completely off the grid. And then when I do get home, I usually watch it on my computer and I shut everything out. I make it as dark as possible. I got blackout lights.
Do you bring snacks? Do you make a meal?
I
Do you
do.
sit?
Because
Do you drink?
I sit down and I don't plan on going anywhere for that whole hour.
Yeah.
So I'm no
You
wife, no
you
kids,
just tinkle in a
nothing.
bottle. You don't even get up to go potty. You don't pause it.
I put a diaper on
Oh, okay.
That's a smart move.
Yeah.
I
He's in
need
it.
to know why you watch it on a computer and not on a screen.
because that's how I get it. I don't have it on my TV, my regular TV.
And you can't kind of do the Apple one to the other.
No, I'm not that technologically advanced.
Technologically.
Yeah, that word.
Me either.
Okay. Well, I think we are going to actually have to watch, but not tomorrow night, because for tomorrow night I'm gonna be a Fleetwood Mac baby. Did you see
that's going to be a good show.
Did you see my Instagram?
I did.
I did.
Did you see what I got rolling on my Instagram?
Yes.
That's right. Who's got backstage passes with his name on it? With his name on it. Nobody thinks that. No one over there is excited. None of you think
That's
because
we're
exciting.
not going. If I was going, I'd be thrilled, but I'm not going. So I'm like,
Unbelievable.
I hate you.
I don't.
Dude,
Yeah. Well, guess who's? I don't really have backstage with my name on it, but I am going to see New Kids and Boys to Men tonight.
No Kids, it's called. That's the name of the band.
It's all of those grown men.
But you already
Grown
saw them
kids
not too long ago, didn't you?
I did. I saw them at the beginning of June.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see him again.
I know,
'Cause
but
they're
you know
my
what? I'm going to be
favorite
honest with
band.
you. I'm so exhausted that I really contemplated not going. I know.
Honestly, there's a part of me there's a part of me that does not want to go tomorrow to see Fleetwood Mac, and I'll tell you why. It's Fleetwood Mac, Journey, Earth, Wind, and No Fire,
Yeah.
guaranteed. There's no one. I mean, you might as well. There's no reason to go for
Okay.
that part. But you have Journey and Fleetwood Mac. Just saw Journey at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Fleetwood Mac I've seen, and Dodger Stadium is big. It's going to be hot. It's going to be like all the pain in the ass of getting in and out and
Yes.
stuff. So
Well, but you know what? It's actually probably going to be pretty nice once that sun goes down.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
And
it'll be
also-
okay.
It's so big though, like it isn't like I'm not just gonna hang out with Mick Fleetwood.
You better
Like, he's
Facebook
about ready
Live
to
so
play.
people can see just how important you are with your lanyard with your name on it.
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Talk to
I
me.
will should I Facebook Live or Instagram Live? I have way more people on Facebook than I do Instagram.
I would Facebook Live then.
Okay, I gotta think about this. This is important stuff.
People want to see the behind the
do?
scenes.
No, they don't.
Not really, but I do.
You do? You know what
Sure.
I'm gonna put my phone on a lanyard so it's on my chest, so it's just so people don't think I'm Facebook Living. All right, we got a lot to go here.
I
today.
know.
JoJo, you need to wake up because I'm going to actually need you.
I'm
to
so
really perk.
awake.
I need this whole next segment to be all about you because I need a nap.
Okay.
We have Justin Copolino. We do have the good people from Moffitt. We have our friends at Clean Juice who sponsor
The Juice with JoJo,
the
yes.
Juice with JoJo. We have that and so much more. And no Ben Swig. What could be better on a Saturday
Yeah.
morning with Miggs and Swig? Joe, I'll just keep waiting because you're dancing. You're dancing to the music, baby.
Jiggling my boobies.
Whoa.
That's what boobies do.
Is that what they do?
I jiggle.
Hey, speaking of jiggling, welcome back to the Miggs and Swig show because your boobies jiggle my midsection jiggles.
Oh, please.
But you know what doesn't jiggle? The faces and boobs of the women out here in L.A.
That's the truth.
That is the damn truth. I'm not quite sure what to do about what I see sometimes because sometimes you look and you're like, oh, that looks great, and then they get a little closer and they don't look so great. There was someone last night, and I don't know if I should say names.
Why? They're not listening.
You don't think?
No.
She seems like a very nice woman.
I'm sure
All right.
she
good.
isn't.
I'm going to preface it with that because we're friends with his ex.
Her ex.
Her ex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. We're friends with her ex.
Yes.
And so I don't really want Joe, do I say the
So
name?
she's a real housewife, and her ex-husband is is he a plastic surgeon? Yeah. He's a plastic surgeon.
And he has a TV show.
He does.
And if that and it's called Botched. So now if you guessed it, then good. If you haven't, then you're really,
Which
go
is
look up
funny that you're saying that her face just looked so.
Botched.
Yes, because how do you let that happen? I guess
maybe that's why she divorced him.
Oh, or maybe he divorced her because she went elsewhere.
Could be. All I know is I looked over and it's like sculpted in a way like none of that is real. And she seems like a nice enough woman, and she was pretty enough. I don't know why they do it. And then once you get started, I think it's sort of like maybe it's like tattoos. We'll find out. I mean, like, once you get started with something, you just keep doing it. So
yeah, I think that's a lot of the problem with some of the women who get addicted to like plastic surgery. They it's like, okay, a little bit here, a little this, a little that, and eventually there's nothing more that a surgeon can really do, but the women are still asking for it to happen. So that's when they enter into that like horrific like Skeletor phase. You're like, what the hell's going on?
Right, and when you would think that the doctors would say, no, I'm not touching your face, they do.
Yeah, but because the doctors also getting money.
Well, right, that's what I'm saying. So
but they're still doctors, and the whole do no harm comes into play here.
Well, I mean, they're not really harming them. They're just not helping.
Yeah.
They're not helping. That's
but
the
you know,
truth.
you're that way, Miggs, and it's
With my surgery.
Yeah, have you seen your face? Woo.
No, I'm not saying necessarily that, because you take care of yourself, and we go to our friends at South Tampa Dermatology who do a lot. It's a lot more of a natural enhancement of what you already have. I don't know how to explain it, but it's.
But isn't
the work that they do there is so much more better.
But that's
the word I'm looking for.
Botox, right? That's Botox or something like that versus like plastic surgery. Isn't there? There's a difference.
Well, yeah, but it's all beauty enhancing unnaturally. I mean, it's not. You're not aging gracefully, but that's what I think the problem is people afraid of aging naturally, which I think you are.
All right, well, look at that.
You're getting better. You're letting your hair just do its thing.
And it's doing it. I look like a chia pet gone wrong.
But I like it. I think you're more authentic. I think that's so much more attractive and appealing. I mean, for me anyway. I want somebody.
Tell me more about me.
I think you look great, and I hate when you make stupid comments about yourself and how my midsection jiggles. It doesn't. Right. There's not an ounce of fat on your midsection.
That's not true. And
there's an ounce of fat below your midsection. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think you do know.
Few ounces.
Well, you're like 2.5. If we're being, if we're going to go for complete transparency. No, but what about? I don't mind, and even like the boobs and the ass getting the injections and all that stuff. It's like if you see the Kardashian, what's her name?
And Kim, I don't know why they don't just own up to the fact that those are not real, that their butts aren't real, that they spend good money or unearned money on enhancing them to make them look that way, because it's not real. It's not real.
But why does it matter when you can easily look at a photo and know that it's not real? Why wouldn't they just say?
That's what I don't.
I think it's kind of like a stage magician. Even if everybody knows what the trick is, you don't reveal a secret. Even though everyone knows, the rabbit's over here. Is that everybody knows that those things aren't real on those women, but they don't want to come out and admit it because it kind of breaks the illusion that they have set.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's true.
But now you see frozen faces.
Yes.
You see these high arched eyebrows.
Ugh.
And you see massive duck lips.
The lips are probably my least favorite.
Yeah, those can go so wrong so quickly.
Oh my God, it throws everything off, because that's the first thing you look at when you see somebody. Usually,
yeah, and I know
not for
a lot
guys.
of people,
we're about a foot lower, but
sometimes.
Right. I know for a lot of people in LA too. There's everyone aspiring to be somewhere else, be something else. So everybody wants to be on a TV show. Everyone wants to be whatever.
Yes.
And actually, speaking of that, we have with us my friend Justin Copolino from Tattoos After Dark, and he's an unbelievable artist, but also musician and a friend. And so, welcome, Justin.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
hi, thanks for being here.
Yeah, super excited.
I love that JoJo and I are not in the same place. JoJo is right now in Tampa while I'm in LA, and she literally just looked to her right or left to see if she could see Justin, who's with me.
She can't see me, but I can see her boobs.
There you go.
They look good.
Thank you.
There you go. Now you're talking
Homegrown. These
about
are real, by the way. These have not been enhanced, in case you couldn't tell.
So Justin is in the business also of, sort of being in the public eye.
Making people feel good about themselves.
Right. And so, but when you see people like, I'm thinking, actually our friends at South Tampa Derm, Jim, who is one of the owners of the company, I guess, with his wife. Am I allowed to even bring Jim? I'm sorry if you don't want me to say your name. So let's just call him Jam. So he does. So no one knows I'm talking about him. He and I were talking, and he brought up a couple of names of people that have been. It's been like really bad plastic surgery. So like Clint Eastwood, Barry Manilow, Rush Limbaugh, like all these people. When you look at them, Even the other night, JoJo, we were with Don Henley. We weren't really with him. He happened to play somewhere.
Yes.
You could see he's had a facelift.
Yes.
And it's disturbing to me, as opposed to, I don't know, I don't mind people wanting to look their best version of themselves, but there's a fine line between that and just like, I don't know, overdoing it. And they think that that's going to help them get what? Like get on more TV or get...
I mean, I don't want to say it's some sort of illness, but I think it reaches the point where it becomes that, whether it's an eating disorder because you're never going to be skinny enough, if it's plastic surgery because you're never going to be pretty enough, or, I think people end up, it becomes this sickness where you literally cannot stop. And then it ends up making you look horrid.
Right. If you see one line on your face, you're in there injecting something.
Yeah.
And that's not natural. It's not natural.
No, and it's not. It doesn't look good.
If you,
especially in the celebrities that we see a lot of, so
right.
You see something like that, you're used to seeing them one way, and then as soon as they change themselves, like,
right.
If it happened to just some random person, you might not pick it up. But, it's just, I think people over time they want to get rid of that stuff, or they want to get tattoos. They want to be something different and express themselves a certain way.
Right.
I don't know how that's expressing yourself, though, changing your face a bunch.
Right. Well, here's one thing someone did tell me is that if you think like you're going to maybe one day lose your hair, if you think your hair is going to turn gray, if you think something's going to happen in the face that you don't want to have happen, start early, like preventative, so that if you're someone that's in the public eye, when they take pictures of you each year, it doesn't drastically change from one to the other. So, like, I used to color my hair, because I've been gray since like early 20s.
Yeah.
So I never knew how gray I was, because I would just get it colored like once every 6 weeks. And then if I went 7 weeks, you'd see the gray in the side, right? And I'm like, but if I just never stopped, I would never know the real color, and no one else would either. So you know what I mean? So then you're just like, you're all keeping up this facade, and it sort of works. But if you're the Kardashians, say, or forget it, if you're Rush Limbaugh and you see him one day and he looks one way, the next time you see him, the face is completely different. It's like, you can't hide that. Like the woman last night, the Maloof girl, you could tell like she's done all of this work, and so it takes. I don't know. I kind of.
I'd like to hear if anybody has gone through a number of surgeries thinking that they were looking better, only to realize like that it was terrible.
Do you think anyone would actually say that?
I mean,
Some
I
people
would
think their tattoos are great.
Well, that's true too. Or if they've gotten tattoos and then decided that they wanted to get them removed, and why. 800-771-1025 or 727-579-1025. I love all my tattoos.
You do.
I do. They all mean something to me, and they're my accessory. They're part of who I am.
I like you saying about even the removing thing. And just to kind of finish, there was one time a good friend of mine had like fillers put in her face. And then she went to South Tampa and
dermatology.
You know what? Let's just give them full props here.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can go and check out all of the things that they do. They're at stderm.com, and they are in South Tampa. But they're wonderful, and they're not going to do anything to push you to do more work than necessary.
No, they actually took stuff out.
See, I think that's great if it's not working. But
right.
they do more like facials and IP, like things to help clean your skin and keep your skin looking good. They want you to stay out of the sun and protect your skin. They'll do cancer check. I mean, they do everything there, but for the better of who you are. So you can check all them out and their services on stderm.com, or you can call them at 813-872-9551.
And you mentioned Miggs and Swig because it helps them.
I don't know with what, but it does.
I have a feeling they give you every. I'm telling you right now, someone got a car when they mentioned Miggs and Swig. So gave them a car on the way out.
Don't lie.
But talking about tattoos, we have Justin Copolino from Tattoos After Dark. Is that still how you go? Like, is that still a big calling card? Because
yeah, I mean, I always mention it. Helps me get to a bunch of conventions.
Right.
And, it was something I did in 2014.
It's weird that you don't have any tattoos, though.
I know, isn't that strange?
How do you follow you on all things social?
Oh, everything's at Justin Tattoo.
At
So,
Justin
yeah.
Tattoo. So if you want to see a guy with a lot of tattoos, the funny thing about
Very
Justin,
a handsome man with
Oh,
tattoos.
thank you.
So
he's
welcome.
a good-looking young man. But when
Yeah.
you first meet him, and the first time he and I met was for a writing session, he comes in, he has all the tattoos. He has 2 on his face. There are little ones on the face,
Yeah.
but then is everything from the neck
Teardrops.
down. The kid has, there's no real skin. And when you first meet him, you're like, oh, what's going to happen?
Punk.
What's going
Am I
to
gonna
happen?
get robbed?
And he's the sweetest guy. Like, he's just kind and considerate. And then immediately, I'm like, you gotta come to Tampa or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember what happened. You came down there, but the kid comes down. He broke something. Or is it this knee that?
No,
still,
I hurt my wrist real bad
that's
the last
right.
time I was there. Remember that?
Mm.
Oh, I couldn't even sleep. It was like I went skating like an idiot. And
Oh, skating, is that what
well,
we
that's
call
how
it now?
the tattoos. Once you get the tattoos, you got to skate.
oh yeah.
Got to wear the
Yeah.
hat sideways a little bit.
I actually just went through a knee surgery. My 4th one on the opposite leg like 2 months ago. So
Is
had
that
fixed.
so the knees take a beating when you're doing all that tattooing?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
A lot of sitting and twisting in that chair.
Yeah.
You know, it's like bad on the knees.
So but you don't do your own tattoos.
No, I've done in the past. Like I messed up my own legs before I would ruin
Right.
anybody else. But so I was like my own test dummy.
Right. But for you, it's funny because for you, tattooing isn't about. It's almost, I don't know what part of it you like, because for me, you're a total artist. I don't know why you don't have your work showing somewhere, even though you do. You have it showing on bodies.
Yeah, it's weird.
I guess that just there's
It's
my answer.
walking
love-
pieces of art.
I love
Yeah.
doing art other than doing it on someone's body, but I'm so busy doing it on somebody's body that I don't have time. And then
Right.
with the baby, it's like,
Right.
so I try to find time doing art other than doing it on someone's body. But
If you
that's-
do a piece, do you offer those pieces up for people on their body? Do they almost always have an idea? Or they're not looking through books. When they come to you, they're not looking through books, are they?
No, they've already seen my work, and they just give me an idea, and I run with it.
Right.
I let the artist do their thing. That's what they say. Like, I'll let the artist do his thing, and then,
Right.
I trust that I'm going to get a great tattoo.
Because you're not that guy. You're not no one's coming to you with that book of
No,
stuff. Okay.
no, not really. I mean, that's more of like a walk-in type shop
Right.
deal where they just walk in and get something spontaneous. I don't really my clients aren't very spontaneous. They're just.
Your
you know,
appointment.
I have so many
Yeah,
more
appointment
questions
based.
for Justin.
Are
He's
you
not
gonna-
going anywhere, right?
No, are you?
Yeah, we're going to break.
We are?
That's what that music
That was
means.
quick.
There's no music in my ear.
You don't have music?
There it is. There, I hear it now.
Oh.
I hear
Now
it
Jamie's doing his job. See, that's why I'm here. That's why I got to be in Tampa today.
All right, Joe. Well, maybe people want to speak to Justin. If they do, there is
800.
771-1025. That's
So
all.
true.
And then we're going to be back with Justin. Actually, we'll make the whole thing about Justin
Yes.
for the next segment. Is that all right?
Perfect.
And I want to talk BH tattoos with him.
Yeah. We have
And
a
you, and
situation,
maybe-
Justin. We have a
We have a
situation.
situation.
We do? All
Yeah.
right.
We'll have to get into that much, much more here on the Miggs and Swig Show.
You've got it coming for you. All the work's been done.
I'm going to presume that means you're back. I didn't have my headphones on really in the beginning, but Jamie is playing. He's off the hook with his music these days. I mean, he's doing something right, Jamie. I'm so excited for you and who you are as a human.
The only thing I'm disappointed in is that you're surprised by my brilliance.
Look at JoJo can't even look at you, Jamie. If we're being honest, she can't even look at you. And I think Rowan just threw up a little in his mouth.
Fair enough.
Oh, my God.
But that's, Rowan's problem. So we were talking with Justin. Justin Copolino's here from Tattoos After Dark, and he's
At Justin Tattoo, you should do yourself a favor and check out his Instagram and whatever else he has, because
So we were
He's
talking about
cute and he does
he's
good
covered
work.
head to toe
Yes.
in tattoos. And the problem is, I'm not sure if we were just talking about this off air, and wasn't on air because you two started chatting like you were doing a full-on interview, and I said, can you two maybe do this when we get on air? Because now neither of you remember it. But
we're having a conversation about our tattoos.
Well, Justin was saying that people ask him all the time, like, how many tattoos do you have? Because he has one, and he said his answer is one big tattoo. And we were talking about regret from tattoos, and he said he doesn't have any.
Yeah, I don't really have any regrets at all. I do have Mickey Mouse on my shin. Okay, this is the one tattoo I probably regret. And I got it in Florida. And I regret everything about Florida. Okay. The last year was a living hell for me.
No offense, Tampa. He loved you.
I got a Mickey Mouse tattoo, and it's a silhouette of him, and he has a penis and balls.
That's probably not good then.
Yeah.
Because now you have a young girl. Everything changes.
But I knew it was getting put on there.
Right.
Like it was a joke thing. It was like a bro down thing. And then the dude, I do not like the guy that did it anymore. So it was just like, it was probably one of the But even that, I won't get lasered. I'm just like, who cares? No.
Will you cover it?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm just like, whatever. It was a time in my life. And I look at that and I go, okay. Like I either hated that time or I liked that time.
Right.
But I've never been the type of person to try to like, oh, I want to remove it.
So Lisa, my wife, has removed. She had 3 tattoos in her life. She's removed all 3. Actually, our friends at South Tampa Dermatology actually did it, and that's a painful process.
Yeah, of course.
And it takes.
They say and they say it's worse than actually getting the tattoo.
Even though I think that sincerely, I know it sounds now like a pitch. She said that she was going elsewhere and started going to South Tampa, and they didn't burn her and do all this stuff, but she was going somewhere where literally it was like bubbling.
Oh, yeah, they can really ruin you and not do it right, and then scar your skin, and then you can't even get that skin ever tattooed again.
But so how do people know? How do they know they're going to the right person?
Yeah,
they don't. I mean, they don't. They really don't. I mean, you just got to do your research and hope for the best.
So, do you use better?
Oh, you mean for tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh,
forget the other part.
I
Come on, if you're
for tattooing, you look at people's portfolios, but some people steal other people's tattoos and put them in a book and say that that's their portfolio.
Oh my God.
Like it goes that far.
Really?
It's disgusting. Yeah.
That's what.
What's the worst tattoo or spot that you've ever had to tattoo?
Well, I mean, everyone's different, but I think like rule of thumb, the center of the chest, like your sternum area was the worst for me. But I don't have my head tattooed or anything, and most people have tattooed on their heads. I just did one in Nashville, a whole entire top of the head.
Really?
Guy sat amazing, and yeah, I mean.
What was the tattoo of on his head?
We did like an all-seeing eye, kind of with like filigree. If anybody doesn't know what an all-seeing eye is, it's like the triangle with the eye in the middle and a bunch of filigree around it. So I filled up this big gap in the middle of his head. Yeah.
Was there a reason that he explained to you why he wanted that?
He had no hair.
Yeah, it's like his third eye. He said when he bends down, he's tattooing people. He wants to be able to watch them or something like that.
So
he's a tattoo artist too. Okay.
He's the owner of the tattoo shop. Yeah.
That's
that's an honor though.
Yeah.
That he would have you do it instead of someone else. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was really honored. Then I tattooed his wife's face.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Their shop's called Art Immortal. If anybody wants to check them out in Madison, Tennessee.
All right. Well, the 2 things I want to ask from that is, and remember, you are on live TV and live radio, and Jamie has a button right now. If you say anything you shouldn't, so we will be careful with the words. But have you done a lot of like genitalia on? Have you had to do anything on men on the old Pen 15?
I refuse that.
You have? Have you been asked?
I've been asked.
Why would anybody want?
How would you do with that?
The only
do they have to have
the pain of that? I can't even imagine.
What do you do if you need to tattoo that? Would you have to hold the end and pull it out? Like,
I have no idea. And
sincerely,
I don't even want to think about it. I think that they have to be,
happy.
erect.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's the case.
How would you? But how would you do that?
Viagra.
Yeah, but no. But what about 15 years? I don't know. Like, what do you really?
I think it's the silliest thing ever. But if people want to do it, they do it. You know, I don't see the point in it. But I mean,
you'd see the point if you were doing it. You know what I'm saying?
You can't really put anything on there like
right, meaningful. No, it's just going to say, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Hey, well, if it says I'm an idiot, then good luck on you. I do have a question though, with really dumb tattoos. If you knew somebody who was considering getting some in the BH area in the back, just to get in a club with a couple other people who were on a radio show and you were considering it, would you tell that person, especially if her name was JoJo, don't get a tattoo on your butt because other people have gotten tattoos on their butts? He doesn't know the whole story. Wait, JoJo, give him the story. Oh, Jamie.
Well, real
Why
quick,
does Jamie have to give the story?
No, I'd rather come from JoJo.
All right, wait a minute.
I want first hint.
The first thing I say to somebody when they consider getting like a BH tattoo, I say, poop comes out of there. But I don't know if you guys are talking about that.
We are talking about that. Oh, no,
Okay.
Now, Joe,
So,
let me get some
so on the
confirmation.
morning,
Or the-
the
Is
morning,
it the cheek, or are we actually in the
well, are you going to let me talk, or are you just going to keep talking over me? You're going to
ahead.
ask me to tell the story, or you just want to keep talking?
Oh, that hurts.
I love you. Jesus, give me a second. So on the morning show here, Carmen, who is the main gal, she was asked to get one a few years ago, got it. A friend of hers also got it. So there are two of them, and they were looking for a third member. And I feel very honored that I was considered because I'm not one of the blonde elite that are in this club. So they were going to go outside of the box, and they asked me to be part of it. So
And
I
you
would.
don't think
It's
you
a
weren't
little
the-
heart. It's right like to the left of the area.
But inside, like.
But yes,
in the-
and tucked
Right.
in there.
See,
Who
how
would
do
be
you
doing
heal
that?
that? You know what I'm saying? That's what I always say. How does that actually heal well when it's so close to an area that?
Especially for her, she must take massive.
Oh my
'cause she gets
God! No, maybe that would be good for me. I wouldn't eat for a few days.
Joe.
No, I know there's porn stars that got them tattooed. I know a guy that did a bunch of tattoos around the actual H.
Yeah.
You know, so but I even think in that whole vicinity, on your butt cheek, that's a different thing, you know. But on the actual like going towards the inside, I just think it's weird. I think it's.
Would you do
yours-
it? Would you tattoo it for me if I came to you and asked you to?
Sure. No.
Only if he could be alive on Bone TV.
Yeah.
I mean, it would not my actual area,
I mean, you'll be face
but like,
down and then like, you know,
yes,
tail up.
Thumb up.
holla.
Is that what you have to do? Would you literally have to
Yeah.
like be on your knees?
No, face down, tail up. Yep.
Yeah, just hold it.
That's how you
I mean,
be.
don't worry, she's very familiar with the position.
Yeah.
I just feel like it would be a quick little tattoo. Like I feel like it wouldn't hurt. I'm very tough, so
Yeah.
tattoos that
it
I've
would
got.
get real personal.
well,
real
Say-
quick.
I feel
quick.
I feel comfortable and confident with you and your abilities. So
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
But
Yeah.
that's not the point. Someone help me with this. The point is not that.
the point
is you're getting a tattoo on your bahook.
so I don't understand what the problem with it is. It honestly,
I'm getting your mother on the phone. That's
I
it.
would just be afraid that
she doesn't listen anymore.
All right.
It would get an infection or something.
Okay,
Because, you know
that
what I'm
I
saying?
can
'Cause you have to be
understand
really
for health
careful.
reasons.
Yep.
I am a clean person and would take care of it.
Okay. Oh, actually, now you can put stuff called tattoo derm on it. It's fake skin, and it's essentially tegaderm, which they use in hospitals for IVs. You know, you put it over an IV, so it keeps everything
Right.
sealed up, and it can breathe through it, but nothing can get in because it's layers. So
See,
Sounds like JoJo's
I
heart.
will do your tattoo as long as we agree on putting tattoo derm on it.
sure, you can put
You
that
gotta
on
leave
there.
it the whole entire time it heals.
Now, let me
Okay.
ask you this. It would be your job, but how would your wife feel about you getting all up in the
She trusts me.
she trusts you?
Yeah.
I mean, but JoJo is stunning, and rumor has it that when she is face down and
Tail up in the air.
tail
yeah.
up,
Oh my God.
things change. Everybody becomes a fan, if you know what I mean. that's the rumor. I don't know. if there's
This is
any
why
truth
my
to
mother stopped listening to the show.
that. Okay, well,
It makes her really not proud of me anymore.
all right.
Which is fine. It's for the better.
Then let's
But
move on. Let's move on a little bit here, and let me ask this. So, I know most people would want to know: have you tattooed famous people? There are people.
have.
Okay. Is there anyone you're allowed to say?
Yeah,
Oh,
Miley Cyrus. I tattooed her twice, and Liam Hemsworth.
oh,
I tattooed.
Was he down, tail up?
He was not.
No.
He
Liam
was like
wasn't.
on his hip, and I tattooed his ankle.
Really?
are we allowed to know what you tattooed?
Yeah. So Miley, I tattooed one of her best friends, and then he came to me and said, "Hey, can you shut the shop down and tattoo Miley?" And so I did. And she wanted a sugar skull, but on the bottom of her toe. And I said, "Nah, I'm not doing it. Like I don't.
Well,
it
what-
won't stay. Why would I
Right.
put that on your toe? It's literally gonna wipe off, you know, over time."
Really?
Yeah, because your skin just rejuvenates so quick there. You know, it gets all calloused but so I was like, there's no point, and I said, why don't we just put it on your ankle, you know, and behind the bone. So she wanted it kind of cute and tiny, so I did that, and then her and Liam did it together. But the first tattoo I did on her was the Ohm symbol that's on her wrist that you can see in a bunch of videos. Yeah, it was cool. It was great. I mean, being in LA, I've gotten the opportunity to tattoo a lot of cool people, you know.
Right. And is there a tattoo that you most regret having done? Or is that just like, hey, all my early work before I was better?
Yeah. I mean, I regret like the last the first 5 years probably.
Really? How long have you been doing it?
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
Really? Is that because you're
I don't know if I regret it, but
right.
I know that I can do a lot better now. But that was the learning curve.
Right.
And now I can do a lot better, and I'm still learning. Like 10 years from now, I'm going to be better than I am right now.
Right.
So that's a constant thing, you know,
right.
that never stops.
Do you love doing it?
I love it. But it gets frustrating just like any other job. I mean, you burn yourself out quick.
Right.
You know, and they call me a convention kid because I'm used to doing like 8-hour tattoos. So I'll just sit for 8 hours and tattoo. I won't even eat. I'll forget to drink, you know, and I just get the tattoo done. But then I'm exhausted. So I know a lot of guys after a certain amount of years, they're just like, look, 4 hours is my max. That's it. I'm done.
Right. Yeah. And you'll get to a point where hopefully you can charge enough for your work that you can do 4 hours and be like, I'm done.
I'm done, right?
Right, but you have a kid and you have a wife and life
I want to
is
spend
expensive.
time with the kid. You know how that is. So.
Are you in LA now?
No, I'm en route to move to Seattle, but I'm just here for a week.
Ugh, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
but I'll come down.
Okay.
I'll tattoo
I want to finish my half sleeve.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, he's the dude to do it.
I know. I know.
All right. When are you back?
Monday morning.
When are you?
I'll be here. I'm here till Thursday.
All right, we're gonna set this up. You know what? We're gonna keep him with this. We're gonna do the juice.
Yes.
And then
yes, and we have. Oh my God, I'm just blanking on
Moffitt
his name right now.
coming in.
Yes, we do. We have Derek Bisciglio, who is the president of the sponsoring group, so he will be in to talk with us.
What time's that?
I think maybe the next break, whenever he gets here, we'll bring him in and have him on.
All right, so can you hang around still? Yeah. All right, he has nowhere to go. Good.
You're
listening to Miggs and Swig. We'll be back after these words.
Pay attention.
It starts here.
Now that we're all prepared, let's start the show.
The conversation is about to get louder. You're listening to Miggs and Swig. Don Miggs, Ben Swig, and JoJo. From music to marriage, from politics to parenting, from dating to deep thoughts and sports. Get ready for Miggs and Swig. Life out loud.
Let's get the show on the road.
Well, welcome back to the second best hour of your life. You missed that first hour. My God. They're still talking about it. Well, I'm still talking about it. Hey, just spoke with Ben Swig on the old Texterino over here, and he...
Texterino.
I don't know. He's not... I asked why he's not doing the show, and he said the flow... Because I had mentioned the flow's not as good if you're not in the same room. But listen, Ben Swig, we're asking you on air next week, would you please do the show with us? Because JoJo will be here, so she and I will be here, and you'll be on Skype or FaceTime.
Did you not just get his last text message?
No, maybe I didn't.
Okay. He said, as I had told you last week, of the trip is going to be the hardest because he can't imagine having very good internet service while he's in Zion, but he'll see.
All right. So this is the problem with text is we discussed it last week, and it's continuing this that I didn't get that part of it. I should have.
That's okay. But I would like to know, Mr. Coppolino, your text etiquette. Do you use emojis or anything? Do you use punctuation?
Sometimes I use emojis, but...
Do you write complete sentences when you respond to somebody?
I do.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
That might make a bit of difference.
We have Justin Coppolino here. You've seen Justin's work if you ever watched that show, Tattoos After Dark. He's done a bunch of other things. But we were just talking during the break, actually, Joe. that Justin and I had miscommunication. So,
whose fault was that miscommunication?
Well, you're going to tell us.
Okay.
So Justin was moving from Florida, moving to Seattle, going to be stopping in L.A., and he said to me, "I'm going to be in L.A.," and I had said, "You should stay with us." And great, and then he gave me the dates. I'm like, oh well, some of those dates won't work because we're like a halfway house. There's always somebody here.
Yes.
And so Justin says, we have dogs. You have 2 dogs?
2 dogs, yeah.
2 dogs, and I said, okay, we have one, and she, as you even see, our dog wants to jump around. If there was more dogs, she just wouldn't stop, and it makes me scared for kids. So I didn't know what his dogs were like. That could be fine. It doesn't. I just said, listen, I don't know about that. So his response is.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Because I said, hey, sorry, the dogs can't do. So his answer is, we'll figure it out.
He gave me the dates that we could stay.
Okay, but you said, I'm sorry, but you can't bring.
Right.
You can stay longer.
Well, we already got an Airbnb.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we already paid for it.
There's another miscommunication.
But look, it'll work out next time. Whatever.
Can you move it? Because you could stay with people that are supposed to come the day. We're gonna do. We're gonna do this right on air.
We'll figure it out.
You could stay with Nikki and I. There's plenty of room there.
That was what I said. We'll figure it out. And he said, okay. And then in his mind was, oh, we'll figure out another place to stay. But what I was saying was, I'll figure out the dog situation.
Right, which is how I would have taken that, since that's what you were talking
to get the
about.
dogs boarded.
So then he doesn't say anything to me. So
and shows up with luggage.
No, I literally put the phone down, and I'm like, I hope he's not mad, because the tone of his text was just like, we'll figure it out. Basically, like, screw you, you know. But not. I knew. Right. I know you enough that it wasn't that. But I thought you were sort of like, all right, I got to do something else. And I said to Lisa, well, it looks like the Copolinos aren't going to stay with us because of the dog. And she goes, oh, really? Oh, that's too bad. Well, he doesn't say anything else to me after the we'll figure it out. I don't say anything. He must have put down the phone and said to his wife, well, Miggs family, you know, we're going to have to put the dogs up, but we'll still be going there. So now we have 2 different things going. Now it's getting closer, and as happens with us, Lisa then books other people in the house. And now Tiffany and Scott, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, are going to be staying. And then he texts and goes, hey, we're going to be there on this day. I'm like, I put the phone down and I look back over the other text, and I said to Lisa, I thought this meant he wasn't going to. And now she's mad at me. She's like, what do you mean? Are they coming? Why? You can't do that to him. I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
That's why people get mad at me. I try to be very explicit and thorough when I'm emailing or texting anything in writing. And it'll be funny because I don't know that you're guilty of it. And your wife has gotten better because she'll put to see her comments in caps, and she'll, respond to all the questions. But your sister-in-law, when I email things, a lot of times I'll get like, yes. I'll ask 4 questions and I'll get yes.
Yes, she does
or
that.
Sure.
I
okay.
hate that.
And I'm like, that. Okay, so yes, it's okay to go. Yes, it's okay to this. Yes, it's okay. Right. Which are we okaying to? So then I just keep asking all the questions, so I know that I am clear.
Right.
You got to write a text like you write a contract nowadays.
Right.
I suppose I could just pick up a phone and call people, but that would be
the best way.
Terrible.
Right. I know. Who wants to actually have conversation? I was saying the whole time last night at Craig's, as it was getting more and more crowded, I just kept saying, I hate people.
Yeah, but you say that and then you're out drinking with them until 2 a.m, so I don't want to hear it. You like
Jojo,
people.
What do you got going on talking about people who like people and doing good things?
Well, I have very good people here in the studio that we're going to talk about an event coming up next Saturday. Hi, just get right up on the microphone. Don't say any cuss words and we'll be good to go.
Well, hello there.
How are you?
I'm doing
Derek?
well. Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Nice to meet you, Jojo.
Derek Siglio. Yep.
And you can't see Don, but he's in LA, so you'll be able to hear him.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Don Miggs.
Hello, Don.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Thank you for having us.
So what's your role with Moffitt and this event that is next Saturday at the Strass Center?
So I'm president of the Bay Area Advisor Group.
Okay.
Started the group. We started the group about 12 years ago. The event's been running now. This is our 12th year.
Amazing.
And we chose Moffitt as the beneficiary of the proceeds of this event.
I love it.
We call Martinis for Moffitt. Yeah.
I love martinis.
And that's why you should come, because we have.
And if I was going to be in town, I absolutely would be there. But I'm unfortunately leaving to go back to Los Angeles on Monday.
All right,
so I'm sad, but I want other people to come. So tell us a little bit about the event, what it does. I was reading about it. You've raised crazy amounts of money for Moffitt, which is amazing. And you can pull that up so you don't have to
Yeah.
bend down.
So,
That's fine.
so we, the event benefits the Advanced Prostate Cancer Collaboration at Moffitt, and also the Adolescent and Young Adult Program at Moffitt. So 100% of the proceeds go there. We've had the honor to be toured around the facility and see exactly where our dollars are going in the form of research and other aspects of the facility. It's really a great event that people come out to. Usually, it's typically around 1,000 is where we cap it.
Okay, that's a lot of people.
And it sells out every year. I mean, there's a few tickets available at martinisformoffitt.org. There's a few tickets left, but it'll sell out again.
Yeah. Really, I'm not sure what it all includes or what the evening holds, and you'll tell us, but the tickets are only $150.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for what it goes, 100% of that goes
absolutely
to the research.
And you're talking food, drinks all night long.
Yes.
Entertainment with DJ Fresh. You guys probably know Fresh. I mean, he does all the Tampa Bay Rays games.
Okay.
He's an excellent entertainer. And we have silent auction, of course, and then just mingling with all the guests, the sponsors, the celebrities who choose to attend. Here, H. Lee Moffitt himself is going to be there this year to shake some hands, so it's going to be exciting. Take
any
a few photos.
Any other exciting celebs that you're allowed to say yet?
Not really liberty to discuss who's doing what, but yeah, it's an amazing event. It goes about 4 hours.
Okay.
And, I do want to. We're calling it our $1 million night.
I like that
because we are surpassing the $1 million threshold of proceeds given to Moffitt as a direct result of our event. So it's the $1 million night, and I did want to thank a few of our big sponsors, our presenting sponsor, Swenson Construction, and some of the other major sponsors, American Clinical Solutions, MedHawk, Power Design, and of course Tito's Handmade Vodka. They make the night go with the libations. So
I am a big fan of Tito's.
Yeah,
if you couldn't tell from the hoarseness in my voice, I've indulged in many a Tito's beverages this last week.
Oh,
so
did you? Okay.
Yeah. So that's good.
So we're
and they're
working
always
on
great
a
to help out.
signature cocktail. The signature martini is going to be a champagne Bellini, I believe, with Tito's vodka. So it should be interesting, and that'll be sort of the signature cocktail. Of course, you can have any sort of martini you would like.
Do you know you've been doing it 12 years, you said?
That's correct, yeah.
So over the last 12 years, do you know how much you've raised?
The total number, it's going to be, this year we'll eclipse $1 million.
Okay, that's
total
amazing.
Money raised. Yeah, so that's why we're calling it the $1 million night, because I think we're going to have like a little thermometer, and because there'll be live pledge donations throughout the evening as well. So we're just trying to make it, and once we get to that $1 million mark tonight, it's going to be pretty special.
And if people can't attend and be there next Saturday, the 22nd, it's at the Strass Center.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Can they go? What's the site again? Can they donate through there?
Yep. www.martinisformoffitt.org.
Okay.
And they definitely can. We the Bay Area Advisors, we're a 501c3.
Awesome.
So all the money given is charitable donation, and then proceeds will go directly to Moffitt. And we have an excellent track record of doing that, and I hope that everyone can get out there. I did want to just give a shout out to the members of the Bay Area Advisors. We do a lot of work behind the scenes, and none of it's really heard of, but I wanted to say thank you to all the members of the group who put in so much hard work, and monthly meetings, board meetings every month, and we this is the culmination of our year, is this event.
And that's what I was going to ask. What else throughout the year? Any other events that you host, or any other ways for people to be involved to give back?
Yeah, we've talked about doing some other events, but really when it comes down to it, this one has been such a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
And everyone in our group are their own individual businessmen, and they have their own lives and families. So what we do as a group, we do more family functions during the year to get together. We help one another and promote our own businesses.
Yeah.
And then this is the charitable event that we've decided to focus on and give everything to. So. And it's worked out really well for us so far.
I think it's amazing. It's Martinis for Moffitt, which is hosted by Derek Basiglio, right? Is that to say that right?
The C silent. Basiglio.
Basiglio.
Yeah. And
I still feel like I can't say it.
Basiglio.
Basiglio.
Come on, JoJo.
I'm usually better than this.
Got it. We got
Sorry.
Basiglio.
Yeah. Like you pronounce name. You don't even remember people's names half the time.
I mean, I'm not sure of his first name, but the Basiglio I got.
In the Bay Area Advisors. It is next Saturday, July 22nd. It starts at 7 p.m. at the Straz Center.
Yes, ma'am.
Tickets are still available.
Very few. Very, very few. But
Okay.
yes, they are available.
And it's bayareaadvisors.org is where they can go?
So I might have given you both. We have a Martinis for Moffitt.org, and we also have bayareaadvisors.org. They both lead to the same place. But
I mean, tickets are only $150. So if you're looking for something to do for a good cause, there's silent auctions, raffles, live entertainment.
Amazing experiences that can be bid on. Silent auction stuff.
Good
of course,
food,
the live
drinks.
entertainment, excellent food. If anyone's been to an event at the Straz Center as well has done so much for us with the event. The chef really caters to us and our guests, and so you won't leave hungry, and you definitely will not leave thirsty.
All for a good cause. It is Martinis for Moffitt. Derek, thank you very much for stopping by today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me in. I appreciate it.
We're going to take a quick break on the Miggs and Swig Show. We'll be back with the juice right after this.
I've got soul. My mama says so. Says, son, you move up. You're a fighter. I know you will see that life isn't free, and everyone dies eventually. Gravity, you're knocking me out. You're shaking me up till I twist and I shout. Oh, gravity, so can the clouds.
We love us some Stephen Kellogg.
I love Stephen Kellogg.
I just texted him, actually, said, Jamie's being kind and playing a little SK right now on the show.
He's great. People should go and check him out, download the musics.
All right, so I was just talking about what a phenomenon it is when people, we just had, I already forgot.
I knew it. See? You get mad at me because I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know that it's Derek Basiglio.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the Derek
and his wife, and they're wonderful people.
Sweet, and what was very funny, and I just made fun of him for it, is that we go off air, the second we go off air, all of a sudden he's a comedian. He's doing card tricks. He's doing all this stuff. I'm like, where was that guy on radio?
They're expecting their first child. So that when Roland went down to get him, she said that she was here for the BH tattoo.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I mean, clearly it was a joke. They're just funny people.
Funny people.
Well, you make people feel uncomfortable and like they can't speak. So.
You think I'm the one that makes people uncomfortable?
Do I?
I don't know. You're going all of a sudden, you tail up. You're doing all. I mean, Justin's over here.
It might be that V cut that you're wearing.
So we do have Justin Copolino with us, noticing the V cut on JoJo.
It's funny because I can't see it because the mute on the FaceTime is blocking me. So I feel like it looks like I have a turtleneck on.
It's a deep V. I can see your belly button.
You're welcome.
I don't know if that's a high belly button or I don't know.
No, it's just that deep.
Oh, speaking of belly buttons, this is funny. Someone copied a tattoo from somebody. This is great, and they took the picture offline, copied the tattoo, like literally copied the tattoo. But what they also copied was the nipple, the dude's nipple.
Oh my God! So
on his body.
Oh my God!
So let me explain it so people understand. So there's a nipple. Because all guys have.
Oh, good.
They do. Noted.
Yeah. So on his rib cage, he got the Joker tattooed or something, but it was like an illustration, a really good one. And a person copied that tattoo from the internet.
Like photocopied.
Photocopied it.
Okay.
And put it on somebody else. But in the process, they copied the nipple of the person and also tattooed that nipple on the.
Oh my God!
Man,
why are people so stupid?
I don't know. I'm just like, wow.
Do you think in your industry it certainly has gotten better and better and smarter, but are there still a lot of like just morons?
Yeah, because TV brings. So now it opens the doors for people who shouldn't be tattooing.
Same with music, right?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So it just opens the door, and so a lot of people are working on iPads now. Because for the people who've done it for a really long time, tracing paper over and over and over again, buying all these products, now a simple iPad, you can draw everything on it. It's not the same as drawing on paper, but it makes the life a lot easier.
But how do you transfer that onto the skin?
You print it out, and then you run it through a stencil machine.
You've heard that printer,
you're
right?
saying to still okay. I thought you were saying like in lieu of printing that out and placing the trace paper on. Sorry, I was confused for a second.
No, but the iPad just helps you. So my point is like now there's people who didn't have to do the legwork. Now they can just grab an iPad and draw. They didn't even draw on paper. They went right to the iPad.
Right.
And the iPad presents itself. There's a lot of. It makes your drawing a lot easier.
Okay.
Less steps. You know, if you draw something one time, you can flip it, morph it, stretch it, whatever you need to do. You don't have to draw it again.
Well, that's kind of interesting. So you probably have tons of drawings in there that you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, say I draw an eyeball.
Right.
On an animal, and I don't, for some reason the eyeball's looking weird to me. It might not be big enough, or it's the proportion.
It's never big enough.
Exactly. That's what she said. So I circle it, and I can enhance and stretch it. Like what would I do with tracing paper? I have to cut it out, trace over top of it. It's just things like that, or redraw it.
Right.
I mean, it just little steps here and there. But what I'm saying is, even that, the technology, it sucks because some people don't have to do those other steps that we had to.
That's the same with music. It's also the same with radio. Now everybody can have a radio show. Everyone can have a podcast. I mean, I think Roland, probably has something on the side.
If he was here, he'd probably be a little butthurt about that, but he's not, so he doesn't care.
But I don't want to sound like the butthurt guy because I think if it allows you to be really good
then
for the industry, great, awesome, I'm happy.
I agree.
But if you take advantage of it and you're just taking advantage of it, then I'm like, whatever.
Well, it's the thing that I always talk about. It's the difference between learning how to defend yourself by like taking 15 years of like Taekwondo or just going out and buying a gun.
Right.
Right. And that's the same with getting great at with music. It's like you can sing it. There are people I have come in the studio, they sing it one time and they know I'm just going to fix it. Right. And then there are other people who want to be really good at what they do. Yeah. And you know who's really good at what she does? And are you going to stick around or are you going to leave?
I'm sticking around, man.
All right, well, okay. Well, listen.
You guys are amazing.
We have something more amazing than JoJo even. It's her juice.
Oh.
And now, talking about the juice with JoJo. Rolling down the screen, searching headlines, talking about the juice. Here's JoJo.
You really want to get rid of my jingle? You really want to switch it up, Miggs?
No. I respect Mo and his thinking, and he's a very smart man. He obviously is on a better time slot than we are, and he just got promoted, and there's a good chance they're going to be putting us to the 5 a.m. slot, so we're just going down. But having said that,
there's nothing wrong with that. What?
I love your intro. What'd you think of that?
Oh, it's amazing.
See?
I was jamming.
There you go.
Thank you.
You were glowing too, by the way.
I do. I love it. It never gets old for me. Miggs, your family, I think they're making a comeback for a reunion on TV.
Don't call it a comeback.
You've been here for years.
Wait, who are we talking about?
All your GTL friends.
I have no idea what any of that means.
We've got JWoww, we've got Snooki, we've got Mike the Situation, we've got Pauly D, Dina, everybody from the Jersey Shore.
Are you kidding me?
Your family's going to do a reunion show.
Shut up, first of all. And Jersey, big respect to Jersey, but we did grow up.
Can you talk with your
that
Jersey accent while we do this little bit?
Hey, Jersey, what we do here in Jersey is we do our own thing, and I'm not such a fan of yous, and you don't have to be a fan of me's. Wait, who was the other girl that was on that show?
Snooki?
Is she not doing it?
No, they're doing it.
I thought that she was now become.
Well, now they've all been married and they have kids and
divorced.
And yep.
Yeah, go on.
I hope my wife doesn't find out that they're going to do another.
I'm going to call her and I'm going to tell her.
I mean, she's just a fan of Kardashians and that kind of stuff.
All of it.
Oh yeah.
All the
well, we don't have
trashy
cable
TV.
anymore, so I was
like, that's good.
Yeah, they're not sure when but they've been in talks to reunite and do something new, and they're all very excited for it. They're all going to be together.
Which means the money ran out and they need the paycheck. That's how that translates.
If they can, why not? I don't know if you saw that Beyonce posted pictures debuting her new babies, Sir Carter and Rumi.
Is it really Sir Carter? Come on.
His name is Sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
I don't want him, you know what? I don't like. Everyone gets to do what they want with their kid, but Don't name your kid Sir.
I know.
Am I wrong?
That's just weird.
Yours is Nova. It's
Nova.
a cute name.
Yep.
Love it. I have Jasper and Milo. And you know what? Even our names with kids, Jasper and Nova for sure, are a little left of center.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah,
okay,
I like
Sir,
different names, but I feel like that's just like Kim and Kanye naming their son Saint.
Right.
I mean, the kid's not going to be a saint. So why are you putting that expectation on him?
Right. All you've done is made his life trouble.
Awful.
Yeah, because he's going to say, call me sir.
Right.
You're like, no.
They're going to be like,
who are you? I'm not bowing down to you.
What's your name, sir? Sir?
Sir.
I'm sorry, sir. Mr. Sir? Is that Mr. what? All right, go on.
For the
That's
first
terrible.
time since 2013, the public will be able to see O.J. Simpson live next week when he appears at a televised parole hearing. The hearing will take place at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 1 o'clock Eastern Time, Thursday, July 20th, from Nevada, and will be broadcast in a video pool with networks including ESPN airing it live.
I forgot that he's in jail.
You know what's so weird? I just thought about him this morning, and then you just brought him up. I was like,
That's what
whoa.
JoJo does.
Because we're on,
so weird.
we're on the
JoJo
same
is
page.
weird.
I was like, I wonder what's going on in his life.
Well, now
Did
you
you
can
really?
watch him
No,
next
I swear I
Thursday.
did.
No, you're not joking.
I'm not joking.
Were you
I
driving through
swear
Brentwood? Is that why?
No, I was
Oh.
taking a shower. I don't know. It was so weird.
He started the show.
So did
and
I.
I'm
I
like,
got real
don't,
nervous.
Don't. So he's going to curse. We're going to have to do
No, I think it was the house in the hills and that kind of vibe. And I
Right.
was like, man, all that weird stuff went down, like, and then, just seeing
Yeah.
that whole show with OJ and stuff. And I'm like, wow, I wonder what's going on in his life.
one little added piece of juice. When you're in this house, there's always some weird things because Rick James owned this house.
Oh, really?
And this is the house he tortured that girl in.
Oh.
No.
Did you know
Literally-
that when you got the house?
Yeah, I don't care. All I knew was Rick James's house. I'm like, he tortured somebody. It isn't like.
I'm sure you know this and probably told your sister-in-law, Miggs, but who's living in the house that you had rented a few years ago before you actually bought a house out there? On your house on Heather, do you know who's living there right now?
No.
Mariah Carey?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone winds up staying in that house.
Isn't that so crazy?
That is crazy. That's weird. In that house, Lady Gaga, Adele, right before us.
Johnny
was
Depp went
Adele,
there to look at it, right?
Elton John. Paul McCartney lives across the street, but before I knew that, I'm friends with Paul's guitar player, Brian, and I was literally in the house one day, and Paul drove by in a convertible, and I was near the window for some reason. I'm like, that's Paul McCartney. And
Sir Paul McCartney.
There's a sir. I literally called Brian. I'm like, does Paul live on Heather? And he said, yeah, I thought you knew. I'm like, no, I didn't know that. The summer's over, and that's across the street from me. And he actually bought George Harrison's old house that was bought by Courtney Love. So it was like owned by George Harrison, then Courtney Love, and then now Paul McCartney lives there.
So speaking of bad faces and injections and stuff, Courtney Love was in, oh my God, it was the brothers. Menendez brothers. There was a little mini series or a little made for TV movie thing that they did.
Yeah.
She was actually pretty great in it. She played the mother.
Really?
Yes.
There's something about that mess.
Yes,
that
I
I
agree.
still do dig. That one album, Celebrity Skin, when that came out, it was a great record. I don't care if Kurt Cobain did the whole thing or not, and that's the rumor that he basically wrote that record.
Okay.
But she was sexy then in a really
dirty
way.
Yeah.
Like that woman knows things.
Bad girl, yeah.
She knows about the BH, the things that you couldn't even.
I'm sure she has a couple.
imagine.
Maybe I should ask her.
She has it tattattooed. Bro.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
When we lived in
bullseye.
Malibu, Lisa and I on that road, she lived
on that road.
She was renting.
Yes, I
above
remember.
someone's house. Remember, were you there during that time? Literally, she was renting a room as small as this little bungalow we're in now, and this is when she was like off the rails, and she just kind of lived up in this.
Yeah, but she was
someone's
great in
garage.
the Menendez brothers story that was on. It was probably
was it on?
Lifetime or
Is it a
something. I mean, it was on TV, but it was really great.
Didn't we talked about that on the show once? Those brothers. So I would like to see that.
Yeah,
But
you should. You
it's
should.
Not new. You give me
Newer,
half
like the
juice?
last month or so. Yeah.
right. What's it
You
called?
know who else? I don't know. I'll look it up for
I
you.
was just messing with you.
Okay.
Try to get you to tell me.
But another fun thing. So I started to talk to you about this earlier. we have a neighbor that is famous, and we had come to know of her because there were some burglaries on our street in Los Angeles.
I'm going to look her up, by the way.
A few months back. Okay. A few months back, and we were in contact trying to exchange video surveillance footage, and she and I clearly became best friends via text. And when she returned to Los Angeles for work.
You texted her well, right?
I did text.
Okay.
Yes. And so she was finally back in Los Angeles. We've been trying to meet up, and this past Sunday, our water had shut off. So I texted her to see if her water was off, or if it was a city thing, or if it was just us. And she was like, oh, I was just actually walking my dogs, but let me check. The water's fine. I'll pop over and say hi. I was like, wait, what? Sure enough, comes like 2 seconds later, rings the doorbell, gives me a big hug, starts to walk inside the front door. And I was like, we have a house full of people. I don't know if that's okay, if you're comfortable, if you're not comfortable. She's like, oh, no, I'm totally fine. Walks in, grabs water, something to eat in the fridge, sits down, chatting with everybody. She is a lovely, lovely human being. Couldn't be cooler.
I'm about to see her boobs, I think.
That's fine. She shows them on Shameless. That airs on Showtime, and it's Emmy Rossum, who is our neighbor, and she's just the most rad human being. Beautiful, beautiful skin, super cool. So that was our fun little. She left after she walked out of the house. We all looked at each other like, "What the f just happened?" Like she just strolled in like she had been friends with us forever and popped over to say hi, and then just. So yeah, we're best friends now, you guys.
Justin and I, Justin Copolino from Tattoos After Dark, we're watching her right now have sex on
Shameless.
On something. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll leave you guys with that. I'll let you take a little break. It's weird that you're doing all of those things together while you watch this scene from the show, but
actually, it's
hey.
Go on.
But yeah, so Emmy Rossum, that was my fun celeb C. Now we're best friends.
All right, Joe. Mm-hmm. Are we going to commercial?
Oh, we are. Yeah. That's all the juice that I have at the moment. I mean, there's going to be more always, but we're going to take a quick break on the Miggs and Swig Show. If you want to get on in any of the action, any of the fun, find us, follow us, friend us, Instagram, Twitter, everything at Miggs and Swig. Don't go away. We've got one more break with you before we go live to Mr. Mike Calta and Mr. Drew Gruabo, who are at Volcano Bay in Orlando, so you're not going to want to miss that. They're going to be on the airwaves from 12 until 3, and then a cat named Mo will be on from 3 until 6. But we're not done just yet. It's the Miggs and Swig Show on 102.5 The Bone.
Great song.
Really is.
That was a great record.
Make me over.
Justin and I just were talking about something, and I told him be quiet.
No, you didn't say be quiet.
He said, "Shut the."
Yes. He said, "Shut up."
First of all, there's someone pulled in front of my house right now. We have a camera that shows, and there's some big truck in front of the house.
Oh, maybe they're dropping off a prize.
I don't know what they're doing. No, it's a big truck.
What'd you order?
I didn't.
Could be my brother.
He caught a ride.
It was a bad text. It said, "Do you want to move in?"
You have a cute laugh.
I don't know who it is. There's a whole to-do going on right now in front of the house. But Justin, I actually, I drank a little last night, so I forget things. What were we talking about that I said don't even bring that up?
No, you said shut up.
Who's the
girl? Catch Me Outside.
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
So what is that even all about?
How about that?
So Justin just said, because you were on a TV show that was a reality.
Yeah,
it's a reality show.
I know reality TV. Yeah.
So
I was just wondering if, like, Dr. Phil and his
team
people probably created something like her, because, I mean, was it Dr. Phil?
I feel like
right?
she, yeah.
Were
I feel
we
like she
even
did
thinking
get
about Dr. Phil before her? Like,
Right.
maybe his ratings went down. I don't know. I just to think of that, I'm like, because we were talking about algorithms the other day, right? I mean, you have to know that.
Typical conversation.
And you can pay and get into it. You know what I'm saying? So, if money talks. So I mean, I guess if you can coach someone into being this little girl that's just crazy, maybe it'll bring up ratings. Maybe it'll better chance for things to go viral.
Danielle
Right.
Bergoli. I think she got arrested for something not too long ago. I mean, I only saw like a headline of something. I don't really pay attention, nor do I care. But she was out and about in Los Angeles. I heard she was seen at lunch the other day, and I saw a picture of her and Kim Kardashian at the Polo
reality
Lounge.
TV, I'll tell you this. From my experience, I'm the type of person who always like, oh, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. And they want to. They're professionals.
Yes.
I don't really feel like we're the talent. They're the talent.
Exactly right.
They own the business. They've been doing it for years. They know how to get good things out of it, and they know how to set up good situations.
Yeah.
So if they tell you to do it again, and they do it more lively, you got to do it again, or you don't exist.
You're not getting airtime.
You're not getting airtime. So it's like in our situation, Tattoos After Dark, it was more about the client and not about the artist.
Oh, okay.
So we were put in situations where, a client would roll in. We never met them before. We could never meet them.
I've never seen this.
Oh.
I should
Yeah.
watch the show.
We
I
could
feel
never
badly
talk to
now.
them.
Now I have to
Oh
go
my
back
God,
and
you're
watch it.
such a.
So
I never watched it.
anybody who knows tattooing, like, you have to talk to the client. You got to
Right.
get in their head space, and understand what they want. So it wasn't about that. It was about how freaky they were and the kind of tattoo that they wanted and how extreme it was. So in order to have a real reaction, we were not allowed to meet them beforehand. So they would just send them on in.
So when that happened, though, and they didn't get the reaction they wanted from you, did they send them on it again?
Yes.
So then you had to. That's when it became.
Then it became like, man, like, I know who I am and I'll react the same way. But, it wasn't about my reaction not being good. It was about those people.
Right.
They didn't get what they wanted out of those people, the client.
And when you're doing that, you are competing against your other actors on the show, because if it isn't you, someone else is getting the airtime.
Yeah, dude, I had Bell's palsy. Fun fact.
You did?
Bell's palsy
my wife
while
did
we
too.
were
Yes.
filming the show.
Oh my
I
God.
had this massive headache and I didn't know what was going on. I had an inner ear infection I didn't know about, and my whole right side of my face dropped. I thought I had a stroke, and I'm like, man, is it this stressful being on TV? And then they really clipped. They tried to film me from a different angle, and I don't know. They just made a big ordeal about it.
Wow.
So and I didn't really get much. Like, I filmed a lot, but a lot wasn't shown because of my face.
Right. Are you still glad you did that show?
Oh, absolutely.
It's helped your life.
Yeah, it's helped me. Yeah, it's helped me. I mean, it didn't get the exact clients I wanted, but some of them, yeah, great. It's not like Ink Master. Ink Master, you're on there for one episode, and your emails are blowing up for years.
Right.
If you're good at what you do,
So how do we get you on that? Because JoJo knows people.
I tried out last year
You
for
did?
this season that's on right now, and I pretty much got it. But I was I already booked myself for a Philly tattoo convention, and I was booked out, so I just said nope, no, I'm good. I already went through it all.
Huh.
The interviews, everything, but I don't know if I'm cut out for that.
Right.
I mean, I'm a competitive guy, but
You're not a competitive where you'll hurt somebody to get with you.
right, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Well, he has scruples and morals, Joe. I mean, you might
Something
wanna
I know nothing about.
You may want to speak with him a little bit after the show when you're getting your BH tattoo.
Yep.
When you're head down, tail up.
Yep.
Getting all up in their business. What were we going to talk about, Joe?
You wanted to talk about something with Minnesota?
Oh, and I know Jamie right now is saying this is the worst time to start talking about this thing, but I'll talk about it quickly. Actually, it won't be. It'll take us right to the end. But in Minneapolis, there's this report that just came out that said Minneapolis Airport TSA reportedly failed 95% of security tests. So they're showing that security screeners in Minneapolis, they did the security test with them. 95% of them failed, and this is one of the nation's busiest airports. So agents from the Department of Homeland Security, they pose as travelers and attempt to bring items in. And the stuff they brought in is amazing to me. I mean, like little bomb things. It's all sorts of stuff. It's what's even scarier about this for me is not that this happened. It's that look at some of the stuff that they show.
Wow.
All right, firearms. So it's not so much that.
I mean, that's
you
what
guys
people
can
were
see
really
this.
getting on board with.
Yeah.
I fly into there once a year for the convention. too.
Now you can bring all
the
the
thing that
stuff.
scares me about it more is should there be a friend of mine sent me a text and said, "Do you think that we should not be allowed to actually report on this. Like right now, if you're the girl that Kobe reportedly raped from that whole thing because she was underage, they kept her name out of it. Weren't allowed to have a name. Like there was some sort of like security
Well, they do that with
measure.
minors for anything. They won't.
Right.
They don't release names.
But do you think that they should not be allowed to tell the story how, by the way, thieves and people who want to do things, 95% of you are going to make it if you go to Minneapolis, so go ahead and try. Like, this is almost...
Well, don't you think now that Minneapolis will have heightened their security?
I don't know.
Because now they know eyes are on them and that they are exposed?
But if you're going to really do something to really make things better, why would you report it instead of going to them, the airport, and saying, look, you guys did a horrible job. Let's tighten this up before the public.
But that's anything. But that's giving people ideas for anything. Movies, television. You watch Criminal Minds. You watch CSIs. You watch all these things that give you a blueprint for how to commit crimes, how to get away with murder. They tell you how to do it.
I'm kind of PO'd because that was where I flew in and they took my toothpaste. Because it was over there.
It was too many ounces.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, are you serious? And I guess because it was brand new, and I usually fly with the same one, but there's not as much in it. And the lady goes, you know what I'm going to do with this? And I was like, what? And she's like, threw it in the trash in front of me.
You should have been like, yeah, you should have kept it and used it, yo.
Yeah, that might be my favorite thing. See this toothpaste? It might be a bomb. I'm going to throw it in this trash can right next to me.
You might need to try to use it.
Yeah, Jamie, you're right. I'm gonna throw this in the can next to me. So, by the way, anyone who really needs to get all the greatest bomb stuff, it's right in the trash can
just
next
right here.
to me.
We're gonna just take it out
Don't
and put it in a
match.
dumpster.
No, so Jamie, do you follow? I'm not really being clear. Is that what?
No,
you're
being spot
typical?
on, and this is not the first time they've released reports like this. The TSA is a joke. Everybody who's gone through security once realizes this. It's theater is what it is. Like, oh, we're going to pretend that we're actually stopping things, but we're not. A 5-year-old could figure out how to get a gun through their security. Why we still do it, I don't know. So your point of should we release this? Go ahead, because if you've flown once, you realize that the TSA isn't stopping anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So that isn't really what's doing it. But I do wonder about, it's like when you read the reports of, say, Trump is in a secret meeting talking about, he has the codes for the the bombs, and here they are. And, we're going to be the exclusive one reporting. Like, why would you tell, I don't want you to tell people, hey, the FBI is looking into this private thing. And then they're telling everyone, like, if it's private, it should stay that way.
Right.
I don't know. I don't want to know about Minneapolis with the gun. I want Minneapolis to know about it and fix it. So when I get in, when I get in, there isn't a whole thing. Because now somebody's got to go and see if they can be the one to bring the gun through. Or the toothpaste is in Justin's case.
Yep.
All right, Justin, have we learned anything here today?
Yeah, don't ever bring a brand new toothpaste container on an airplane.
Keep your tubes to yourselves.
Keep the tube tied. Yeah. Have you learned anything about JoJo? I mean, obviously, a very, very beautiful, sexy woman.
Yeah.
What are you?
She has a great personality.
That's never a good compliment.
No, she's awesome. I can't wait to tattoo. No.
You're going to tattoo the arm first.
We can find a spot for you to tattoo.
Will you start with the arm?
Yeah, we'll ease it in with
okay.
Is that what happens?
I might need my birds fixed on my back too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is.
Hey, I followed you, by the way, on Instagram. And
you
stuff.
did.
All social
Look
media.
at that.
I'm sorry I wasn't before.
That's
It's totally
unbelievable.
fine. I still love you.
Yeah.
So,
I love you.
So
too.
JoJo, we're back next week.
I will be with you.
All right. It'll be just us.
Yeah. As far as I know.
All right. Anything you want to say? Because listen, clearly you're the one that should always be taking us out of every.
No, I'm. You're going to see your friends in Fleetwood Mac. So you're going to post on all the social medias.
For tonight. I had tickets for the Eagles tonight there. Lisa and I, we were both like, we just can't do it.
I'll be going to see my friends New Kids on the Block and Boys to Men and my former employer, Paula Abdul, tonight at Amalie Arena.
Oh, I want to know if she's better.
Okay.
From what we saw last time.
I doubt it. I will let you know, though, for sure.
Okay.
And then tomorrow at Ferg's Live for the back-to-school giveaway for Tampa Bay teachers.
Which
and then back to LA on Monday.
All right, girl. Listen, you be safe.
You be safe out there. Don't drink too much tonight.
No, tonight will be chill.
For those
Thank you for having me, JoJo.
Thank you
and Justin Copeland, follow Justin.
You are always
Everything
welcome.
What is it again? Tattoo Justin?
No, by the way.
Tattoo.
Justin Tattoo.
Coming up next, though, from noon until 3, it will be Mike Kelta and Drew Garabo live from Volcano Bay in Orlando. And then at 3 o'clock, a cat named Mo will take over the airwaves until 6. We are Miggs and Swig.
All right, JoJo,
I love your face.
You very much.
I'll see you Monday. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you next week.